As we were preparing to be even better, as a better place to play a new practice court, a new arena, all the remodels. Kelsey went through all of that. You just got done with shoot around. What are your thoughts on tonight? It's a make or break moment for us. First 5 games are out the way. We're 0-5. We got a donut. Okay. Yeah. So, Kelsey, I'll start with Kelsey Mitchell. She was a player that was drafted in the last group that I was part of. It's kind of a necessity right now. Just kind of see where our vibe is as a group and see how we can, flip the switch, Remember when the Fever were struggling to even make the playoffs? I do. As a diehard fan, those were tough times. But now Kelly Krauskopf is back, and she's not messing around. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Her latest announcement about Kelsey Mitchell has me on the edge of my seat. Is this the move that finally brings a championship back to Indiana? Let's break it down together. All right. Let's talk about the $241,984 question that's got everyone buzzing. Kelsey Mitchell's free agency is here, and you better believe the Fever are feeling the heat. Why? Because Mitchell isn't just any player. She's been the Fever's scoring machine for years, lighting up the scoreboard game after game. But here's the thing. Other teams have noticed, and they're not just sitting back. They want a piece of Mitchell's magic, too. But Kelly Krauskopf, the Fever's new president, isn't about to let Mitchell slip away that easily. She's got a plan, and it's called the core designation. Now, you might be wondering, what's that all about? Well, it's like the Fever saying, hold up, Mitchell, you're staying with us for one more year. No ifs, ands, or buts. Sounds great, right? But there's a catch, and it's a big one. She's extremely important to the success of the future. We intend to, have lots of conversations and make sure she knows that, but I think she does know. You just got done with shoot around. What are your thoughts for tonight? It's a make or break moment for us. First 5 games are out the way. We're 0-5, got a donut. Such great insight as a player, first of all, and I think that's so valuable to an organization like ours. I went to see Kelsey play at USA Basketball in Santa Barbara at one of their workout camps, and I called Pokey, and I said, I'm watching our draft pick right now. This core designation comes with a price tag that'll make your eyes pop, $241,984. That's not pocket change, folks. It's a huge chunk of the Fever's salary cap. So now we're all asking the same question. Is Kelsey Mitchell worth that much to the Fever? Let's break it down. Mitchell's been the heart and soul of this team's offense. She's the one who steps up when the game's on the line, but $241,984 is a lot of cash to throw at one player, even if she is a star. It could limit the Fever's ability to sign other players and build a strong supporting cast. But here's where it gets really interesting. What happens if the Fever don't use the core designation? Well, that's when things could get scary for Fever fans. Mitchell could walk away just like that, free as a bird, able to sign with any team that makes her an offer. And trust me, there will be offers. So Krauskopf and the Fever are in a tough spot. Use the core designation and potentially hamstring their salary cap or risk losing their star player for nothing. It's a gamble either way, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The future of the Fever could hinge on this one decision. What do you think they should do? Hold up, though. Mitchell's just one piece of the puzzle. You think keeping her is tough? Wait till you hear about the real challenge Krauskopf's facing. It's got other teams sweating, and it could turn the Fever into instant contenders. As we were preparing to be even better, as a better place to play a new practice court, a new arena, all the remodels. Kelsey went through all of that. And I think for us, this is the West Coast is not easy. We're playing really great teams on this side of town. So I think for us, she's learning as well. Now she's kind of starting this. Chapter's over, and this chapter's opening up. And it's been fun to watch. We wouldn't be where we are today without Kelsey Mitchell. She's clearly a very foundational piece. Let's talk about the Fever's young stars. We've got Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Caitlin Clark. That's a trio that could light up the scoreboard any night. But here's the thing, having great players doesn't automatically mean you're gonna win a championship. Krauskopf knows this better than anyone. Remember back in 2012? Krauskopf built a championship team around Tamika Catchings. She didn't just throw a bunch of stars together and call it a day. No, she surrounded Catchings with players who knew how to win when it mattered most. And now she's looking to do the same thing with this young Fever squad. Krauskopf's been talking about adding more experience to the roster.
Why?
Because the playoffs are a whole different beast. You look at the teams that make it to the finals, and what do you see? Veterans, players who've been there before, who don't crack under pressure. Now the Fever, they're young. They've got talent for days. But when it comes to playoff experience, they're still learning. That's why Krauskopf is on the hunt for players who can show these young stars how to win when the stakes are highest. Think about it. Mitchell, Boston, and Clark are incredible, but they need teammates who can guide them through those tough playoff moments. Okay, yeah, so, Kelsey, I'll start with Kelsey Mitchell. She was a player that was drafted in the last group that I was part of. It'll make or break us as far as where our energy is and where we're headed. This win will be really good for us. And, background in terms of growing up in the organization and understanding everything, the nuances around it, and certainly gives us great perspective. And she got better. She never put her head down. She kept playing hard and did everything she could. So, players who've been in those do-or-die games who know how to keep their cool when the pressure's on. Krauskopf even said it herself. I do think this team needs a little bit more experience. Probably some more size. She's not just throwing words around. She's got a plan, and it's one that could take the Fever from playoff hopefuls to championship contenders. So, yeah, keeping Mitchell is huge, but it's just the first step. It's kind of a necessity right now, just kind of see where our vibe is as a group and see how we can, flip the switch, she's going to be a star, this player. She's going to be a dynamic guard us for years to come. So, the level of competitiveness has gone up a little bit. What do you like over the last 6 games or so? She's got 7 years of being in and out of this building. She went through a lot. The real challenge, building a complete team around her, one that can not only make the playoffs, but go all the way. Krauskopf's got her work cut out for her, but if anyone can do it, it's her. She's done it before. She's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. And you know what's wild? Some analysts are already saying the Fever could be a top 4 team next year if they play their cards right. But here's the million-dollar question. Is Mitchell really the key to bringing a championship back to Indiana? She's amazing, but can she be the centerpiece of a title team? What do you think? Are you excited about the Fever's future, or are you worried they might fumble this opportunity? The next few weeks are going to be crazy, so buckle up, Fever fans.